This video is on multiplying fractions. Multiplying fractions is different than adding and subtracting fractions because you don't have to have a common denominator. So let's start with an example, one here. 1/4 times 3/8. Multiplying fractions is very easy. Since you don't have to have a common denominator, the only thing you have to do is you multiply your numerators together and you multiply your denominators together and you're done. So on this example here, our numerators are 1 and 3, so we're going to go 1 times 3, which is 3. And then we multiply our denominators, 4 and 8, and 4 times 8 is 32. And my answer is 3 over 32. Easy peasy. We can, though, get a little bit more complicated if the fraction needs reducing. So what we do, instead of having to reduce fractions, is we cross cancel. So let's do another example. Let's say I have 2/3 times 1/2. If you'll look diagonally at your numbers, diagonally, like the 2 and the 2, and the 1 and the 3. No, we are not cross multiplying. We are cross canceling. It's a difference. Look diagonally at your numbers. Look at these 2's. Is there any number that you can think of that will go into both of those numbers evenly? Well, of course, 2 goes into 2, and 2 goes into the other 2, so we know that 2 will go into both of those. When you look at the 1 and the 3, is there any number that you can think of that goes into both of those numbers, divides into those numbers evenly? No, other than 1, and 1 is a waste of time because it doesn't change anything. So what we do is, since the 2's can go into each other, we reduce them. We cross cancel. We think 2 goes into 2, so we cancel out the 2 and we place it with 1 because we just divided 2 into it. And we can cancel out this 2 and divide by 2 and get 1 and cross it out. So what we have now is 1 over 3 times 1 over 1. So when we multiply, the numerators are now 1 times 1 gives us 1, and 3 times 1 gives us 3. So my answer would be 1 over 3. Now that may have been a little bit confusing, so let me make sure that we've got that all under control and do another example. If I have 2/3 times 1/4, and I want to multiply, we do multiply straight across, 2 times 1, 3 times 4, but you're going to have a fraction that needs reducing. So cross cancel. Look diagonally at your numbers. I see 2 and 4, and I know 2 will both go into 2 and into 4. So that means I can cross cancel out a 2. So I cross cancel. I divide each number by 2 because 2 goes into both of those. 2 goes into 2, cross cancel once. 2 goes into 4, cross cancel twice. 2 goes into 2 one time, that's where the 1 comes from. 2 goes into 4 2 times, and that's where the 2 comes from. If you'll look at the 1 and the 3, there's no number that will go into both of those, so you can't cross cancel. So now our fractions are 1 over 3 times 1 over 2. So we multiply 1 times 1 gives us 1, and on the bottom 3 times 2 gives us 6. And our answer is 1 over 6. So I'm thinking that possibly maybe we're still a little probably confused about that. So I want us to do one more example. Let's do 3/5 times 15 over 12. If I look diagonally at my numbers, I see that there is a number that will divide evenly into 3 and into 12. The number is 3. It goes into both of those evenly. So we're going to cross out the 3's. Cross cancel. 3 goes into 3 one time. 3 goes into 12 4 times. Now looking at the 5 and the 15, I'm pretty sure that 5 goes into both of those numbers. So we can cross cancel the 5 out. 5 goes into 5 one time. 5 goes into 15 3 times. So now I have 1 over 1 times 3 over 4. We multiply our numerators. 1 times 3 gives me 3. On the bottom, the denominators, 1 times 4 gives me 4. My answer is 3/4. Hopefully that clears everything up on multiplying fractions.